A new era for aseb, the $1 billion deal. Eritrea has signed a landmark agreement with Saudi Arabia, marking a significant development in the Horn of Africa. This $1 billion deal grants Saudi Arabia a stake in the development of Eritrea's strategically located Asab port. The deal promises to transform Asab into a major maritime hub, modernizing its infrastructure and boosting its cargo handling capacity. This investment is a game-changer for Eritrea, a nation often overlooked on the world stage. This deal is not just about economics, it carries profound geopolitical implications. It signals Saudi Arabia's growing ambitions in the region and throws a wrench into the plans of other regional players, particularly Ethiopia. Landlocked Ethiopia has long sought access to Asab as an alternative to Djibouti, its current primary gateway for trade. The deal has sparked speculation and concern, with many questioning its potential impact on regional stability. Could this be the catalyst for renewed tension between Eritrea and Ethiopia? Or will it usher in an era of economic cooperation and prosperity for all involved? The coming years will be crucial in determining the legacy of this billion-dollar gamble. One thing is certain: the future of the Horn of Africa is in flux, and the Asab deal is a major factor shaping the region's destiny. Saudi Arabia's strategic play securing the Red Sea. Saudi Arabia's investment in Asab port is not merely an act of economic generosity. It is a calculated move in a much larger geopolitical chess game. The Red Sea, a vital waterway connecting Asia, Africa and Europe, has become a focal point of international interest. For Saudi Arabia, securing its interest in this maritime corridor is paramount. The Red Sea is a lifeline for Saudi Arabia's economy, facilitating the flow of oil exports and essential imports. It also holds immense strategic importance, serving as a gateway to the Suez Canal and the Mediterranean Sea. With increasing competition for influence in the region, Saudi Arabia is keen on expanding its footprint. Asab port, strategically positioned at the southern entrance of the Red Sea, offers Saudi Arabia a prime location to project its power. By investing in Asab's infrastructure, Saudi Arabia aims to establish a strong presence and exert greater control over this critical waterway. This move aligns with Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030 plan, which seeks to diversify the kingdom's economy and reduce its dependence on oil. Investing in strategic infrastructure projects abroad, like Asab port, is a key component of this vision. Asab versus Djibouti, a battle of ports. The emergence of Asab port as a potential rival to Djibouti's dominance has sent ripples through the region. Djibouti, a small nation strategically located at the Bab el-Mandeb Strait, has long enjoyed a virtual monopoly on maritime trade in the Horn of Africa. Its port serves as a crucial transshipment hub for goods destined for landlocked Ethiopia and beyond. However, Djibouti's grip on this lucrative trade is facing a challenge from its resurgent neighbor. Asab port, with its strategic location and the backing of Saudi Arabia's deep pockets, has the potential to disrupt the status quo. The competition between these two ports is not just about economics. It has the potential to reshape regional alliances and fuel existing rivalries. Ethiopia, heavily reliant on Djibouti for its trade, is watching the developments in Asab with a wary eye. The rivalry between Asab and Djibouti highlights the strategic importance of port infrastructure in the Horn of Africa. As the region witnesses increased economic activity and geopolitical competition, control over maritime trade routes will become even more critical. Ethiopia's dilemma: landlocked and seeking access. The Saudi-Eritrea deal has placed Ethiopia in a precarious position. As a landlocked nation, Ethiopia is heavily dependent on its neighbors for access to the sea. Djibouti has long served as Ethiopia's primary gateway to global trade, handling the vast majority of its imports and exports. However, this reliance on a single port has left Ethiopia vulnerable to disruptions and price fluctuations. Ethiopia has long harbored ambitions of diversifying its trade routes and reducing its dependence on Djibouti. The peace deal with Eritrea in 2018, which briefly raised hopes of Ethiopia regaining access to Asab port, has since faltered, leaving these aspirations unfulfilled. The Saudi investment in Asab adds another layer of complexity to Ethiopia's predicament. With Eritrea strengthening its ties with Saudi Arabia, a regional heavyweight, Ethiopia's leverage over its smaller neighbor has diminished. Ethiopia now faces a difficult choice: to accept the new reality of a Saudi-backed aseb port, or to explore alternative options which are limited and fraught with challenges. The coming years will test Ethiopia's diplomatic skills as it navigates this complex geopolitical landscape.